Spank is a podcast where Noah and Howard write jokes and then tell each other the jokes that they wrote. Listener discretion is advised.
You were so much less. I'm just going to pause this music. It was going to fade out. You were so not graceful. You were so graceless.
Yeah.
We demoed this, and Howard slid up in his chair like an oiled gazelle. It was beautiful.
Well, I think the challenge for me was probably knowing that this was being recorded. I was good just doing it in front of you, but as soon as I knew,
performance anxiety.
Yeah, big time. Makes sense because I'm in a new setting too. Everything is different. This is for anyone who's wondering, and I'm sure I got a few jokes about it too. This is what my childhood bedroom looked like. So yeah, I had issues, and I still do.
It's so loud. I was asked about the microphone being in frame, and it's because it's conveniently covering up my Dave Matthews Band poster.
Oh yeah, and he's got that big thing against you.
Oh yeah, I don't want anybody to know that I secretly support him because he hates me so much. But I just can't help but love him.
Yeah, that's true. Hi everybody, welcome to Spank.
It's the podcast where we write jokes and tell each other the jokes that we wrote. My name's Noah Todd,
and I'm Howard Hendricks Powell.
And for those of you, can you?
No.
You stop.
This is not my forte. The intro is not my forte. So,
I know that.
It just felt like it was getting dry, and I was like, jump to the intro.
For anybody new to the format, Howard and I write 30 jokes a piece, and we go back and forth. That's it. There's not a lot to it.
Don't come here for like a long-form conversation. We're not just talking about bullshit. We wrote 30 jokes, and we're telling 30 jokes. That's it. Maybe the occasional riff. Maybe the occasional spontaneity. What tense would I say that word in?
Spontaneous.
Yeah.
Spontaneous.
Yeah. Got it.
All right.
I have a joke.
Okay. That seems right on the mark for what we've presented so far.
That seems like what we pitched and what the audience thinks they're here for. Yeah. One of the cardinal anti-Semitic takes held by the KKK and other hate groups that are anti-Semitic is that Jews run the government. Bro, I wish.
All right.
Let's
we got 30, so we're bound to hit at least once. It's
your silence is deafening.
A bunch of anti-Semites in the audience. We should have known with all the little swastika profile pictures popped up.
Oh my God. I can't believe Zoom added that swastika react. I thought that was pretty bold. And I didn't even think twice about it until now that we're talking about it.
It's kind of like one of those things when you see someone use it, you have a reaction, but until then, you don't think about it. All right, here's my joke. On Facebook, someone I hardly know commented on one of my many Black Lives Matter posts and called me a troglodyte and then told me to kill myself. And I can't help but feel like this is all my fault. I should have never taught my mom how to use the internet.
Oh my God.
Christina is literally the only person with her mic on right now. So, Christina, you got to pull the weight of those other, 8 people.
Woo!
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, that's great. I love the enthusiasm. I don't wear gloves because I don't want
All right, is it my turn?
No. I don't wear gloves because I don't want anyone to confuse me with O.J. Simpson.
All right, that was great. Also, what did Elias just message us?
I don't know if he accused me of shaming the audience or if he was telling me.
I think this is a request. Shame the audience into participation. Huh. Well, we'll start with you, Elias, you bastard.
That OJ joke, I don't know where that came from. That was one of those jokes where I guess I wrote it because it ended up in my jokes file, and I was like, I gotta run with it.
I feel like I should tell you who O.J. Simpson is, and then maybe you'll stop making so many jokes. about him. All right, here we go. Actually, can I ask you a question? Because I haven't had time to shoot through these jokes and like. Do you know? Did you happen to see that thing about? I don't know how to say it. Hibiscus corpus. Is that how you say it?
Habeas corpus.
Habeas corpus. Okay, great. Now I'm gonna tell my joke. A few weeks ago, habeas corpus was outlawed in New York. That came as a surprise to me because I thought witchcraft was outlawed ages ago.
It's so funny that you thought it was hibiscus corpus, like the flower. Incredible. Also, it's so nuts that like now more than ever, with roughly a month in between recording sessions, like jokes that I wrote 3 weeks ago are outdated. Like,
yeah, for sure.
That's nuts. I had completely forgotten about that.
I wrote a bunch of jokes about the Tea Party that I can't use anymore. Boston Tea Party. They're wickedly out of date. Okay, whose turn is it? Mine?
It's mine. No, it's mine.
Are you sure?
My turn. This one is a question for both of us, and I have an answer to it. I just kind of want to compare and contrast. What is the worst medical term you can think of? Like the grossest one, or like your least favorite? Mine is anal fissure.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Herpes.
Somebody said herpes. That's my answer. Herpes.
Herpes.
A lot. You know, I actually had a joke.
My piece.
The punchline was almost herpes, but then I thought, you know, I feel like the statistic is like 1 in 4 people have herpes. Like, have it. And I was
gotta
like,
give her peas back.
And she is all right. It's my turn. The title, Master of Ceremonies, was definitely invented by someone who's only invited because they are the Master of Ceremonies. Do you really think people want to hang out with Ryan Seacrest?
I have a joke.
Okay.
I usually don't like to do like riffs on a meme, but I wrote one.
Yeah, go for it.
Theater students will be like, I know a place. And then be like, never mind, because Broadway's closed until 2021, and I can't think of literally anywhere else to go.
I didn't even get it.
Have you not seen that meme? Be like, this person says, I know a place, and then it's like something super disappointing or whatever, like a reason why it was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one that I saw right before we started was like indie rock guys will be like, I know a place, and then make you drive him there, or you know, something like that.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, well, I'm gonna sit on that one and see if I can help. Okay, so this is a classic. This is a recurring bit for the Powell-Man.
Sure.
Trying to stick a couple of I figured we'd get like disc jockey nicknames like Powell-Man and Weirdo.
And Weirdo.
Howard Powell and who is that guy? Okay. This is part of my classic bit, part of the problem. If you can explain to me how gears on a bike work, you are part of the problem. It's the truth. How? I rode a city bike the other day. Not the other day. It was probably like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it was like a fun little date. I was like, oh yeah, let's go ride these city bikes. And I hadn't ridden a bike in easily 4 to 5 years.
Sure.
And you forget. That is a lie. You forget how to ride a bike. It was rough.
So
You forgot how to ride a bike.
I don't know what you just said. What was that, Kaylee?
I said you forgot how to ride a bike. I was fine.
You were never grouped into the story at all. I had never said I and my
You were
compatriots.
talking about me. You were talking about me.
We'll take it after the podcast. We'll handle it after the podcast.
Everybody, thanks for watching Spank. You know, bikes have like a literal gear. Like a gear shift changes the literal gear that the chain is on. And they're different sizes.
Did you not hear? You knew. All you had to do was not say the answer, and I would have assumed you as well didn't know it. And now I have to just go ahead. Is it my turn?
No, it's not. People got so up in arms about Aunt Jemima changing their branding. All I'll say is I just wish they'd change the name of Dirty Jew Potatoes.
Okay, you made a better Aunt Jemima joke than I did, and I'm gonna not say mine.
No, I need to know.
No, 'cause mine was one of those. I'll just say it.
Sure.
It wasn't like a joke though. It was one of those like subversion jokes. Okay,
Sure.
here it is. Aunt Jemima is set to change the name and remove her image from packaging. Great, but now can we arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor? See, that was mine, and now it seems like it's all lost in the sauce. But still do that. If the courts are watching this episode of Spank, I would suggest you start from the beginning, get to know us a little bit, and then you'll realize how serious we are about this stance, okay?
Right. Dirty Jew Potatoes is unacceptable.
Yeah, exactly.
And they've gotten away with it for too long. So this isn't a joke per se. This is a story. I got COVID tested negative. I don't know why I'm crossing my fingers. I already tested negative. But it was a self-test. It was in like the CVS drive-through, and they give you this swab, and the swab, so like the stick for the swab is like that long. Then the swab itself is a good like 2 or 3 inches long, and it like tapers, and it's really, really, really thin. And so you have to like jam that in your nose. And the guy was like, "Do you have a lot of mucus today?" And I was like, "No, not really." And he was like, "You're gonna have to do both nostrils then." So I did one nostril. And anybody that knows me has seen like my ridiculous sneezing fits. Like I'll sneeze like 10 times in a row. My nasal passages are very sensitive. I stuck it up there and it hurt. It burned. It was horrible.
Yeah.
And I did the 15 seconds or whatever. I pull it out and I'm like uncontrollably sneezing and coughing at the same time, just like, and I haven't even done the second nostril yet. It's like destroying me. I do the second nostril. It continues. I'm like bugging out in my car at the drive-thru. First of all, they got a great sample. So I know it's not a false negative. I roll my window back down, and the motherfucker at CVS says, other than that, how'd it go?
What did you think you were going to say to that answer?
I was like, okay.
He might as well have been like, "Did you finish?"
Was it good for you?
Was it good for you? All right, here we go. I'm going to lay this joke on you. Oh, wait, I have a joke that's similar to that one, so I'll just tell it.
Sure.
I got tested for COVID-19, and the results are in. You are not the father. Okay.
They say you tend to find romantic partners who are equivalent in how attractive they are to you. Bad news for Howard's girlfriend.
Oh.
Sorry.
I literally was like, "Oh, where is this going?" I was like, "This couldn't possibly be about me." And I even thought, I was like, "God, yeah." Okay, here we go. All around the world, statues erected to celebrate history's most disgusting slave traders are being torn down by protesters. Wait till the protesters find out that Pokemon can't leave their balls whenever they want. All right? The name of this episode shall be Bombs Ahoy.
From you.
And what sucks is I wrote that one and I was like, king, I got it. I was like, this is a great joke.
You wrote it on your typewriter? How did it get on your iPad?
I have a PDF scanner for my camera, so I just use the camera and I can scan all my typewriting.
So I just painstakingly write all of my one-off jokes on my ancient typewriter and then scan them.
Ancient? What kind of typewriter are you using? Are you using like a printing press from Egypt?
Mine's made of bones.
Oh, okay. Been looking for my bones.
But it was made in like 98.
All right, fine. Let's go. Let's get it.
I have jumping off of that. Racists are upset that racist statues are being taken down because they're running out of places to masturbate in public.
Oh my
No.
Was that too
No,
too venomous?
better. Loved it. Perfect. We'll use that one. That'll be a clip.
I will say that there's one statue, and I actually don't know who the person is, and this is like it was like an anti-statue removal meme.
Mhm.
But like, I will admit it was funny because it was some statue of a guy like on top of a fucking skyscraper. It was like an Eiffel Tower point, and then the statue of the guy, and it was just like, good luck getting this one. I was like, that.
In my apartment, near my apartment, there is this statue of Christopher Columbus right by the subway stop. And I remember there was a bunch of cops parked out in front of it, making sure the statue was okay. And I was like, I fucking hate this.
There's a statue of Columbus in New London that was taken down, and they have it in storage until they decide what to do with it.
That thing is getting there. Those racists find it. It is.
Oh, man.
They're going to be like, how did birds get in here and shit all over it? It wasn't birds. Okay, here we go.
I made the joke.
Here we go. This is also kind of in the vein of what we were talking about. The designs for the new PS5 are in. And oh, baby, that thing better be waterproof.
Because I love playing in the pool. I love
getting in my pool and floating. All right.
Despite a surge of COVID cases in Texas, Vanilla Ice will be performing in Austin on the 4th of July. Personally, I see no issue with this. Social distancing is easy to accomplish in an empty venue.
Oh. Stop collaborating. And Ice is back with a brand new invention. Dude, that was fucked up. Well, you know what? Fuck him. Or not. I don't know. How should we feel about Vanilla Ice? I only know the one song, and I know he does home repairs. I don't know his political standing. I don't know anything he represents other than a jolly good time.
He's a bastard, I see. I didn't know he's on the force.
Oh! Go! Oh, man. Nothing would have been better than if drywall just fell on me.
Nothing would have been better. Nothing would have been better than if your childhood home was destroyed right at that moment.
You are telling me. Okay, here we go. Trump scheduled a rally on Juneteenth in Tulsa, the famous location of the Tulsa Massacre. Next week, the Trump administration is holding a bully convention inside of Comic-Con. Thank you, Noah. That's why we do this.
My girlfriend told me to write a joke about her. Our love is not a joke.
Okay.
Was that Christina? That was great.
Oh, I
right, here we go.
guessed.
What? What did you say, Christina?
She said she has gas.
Oh, shit. I have gas! I have gas! Help me! Okay, here we go. Film productions are set to reopen in Los Angeles with strict COVID-19 guidelines. Hollywood has got a head start because they've been whitewashing sets for years. Okay, bunch of Hollywood executives. No, we invited Harvey Weinstein to this one.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Jamie said April Fool's in the chat because we famously went on our first date on April 1st. I think that joke is cruel and it hurt my feelings.
If you hurt my friend.
What?
I said, if you hurt my friend, that's not for you, Noah.
Oh, you're just not gonna finish if you hurt my friend. Howard's a handsome dude. I think he and his wife are beautiful together. But damn, you should see his wife's boyfriend.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, dude, all cylinders. I barely have any Noah roast today too.
I've been writing jokes about like having a wife, like a lot of. Okay, let me preface this with like a huge, overwhelming majority of like classic sort of like wife and ex-wife jokes are like hugely misogynistic. I'm a fan of the ones that are like, my wife said I looked ugly in the mirror kind of crap. Like, I think that they're like so simple and self-deprecating. Like the self-deprecating stuff is
Like is it Rodney Dangerfield? who
Rodney
does those
Dangerfield,
jokes?
yeah.
But the ones that aren't horribly dated. Good
Right.
for you. Yes. What a bold stance you've taken on wife
This
jokes.
is my
I
platform on comedy.
I like jokes that don't hurt people and tear them down.
Well, we got a radical over here.
Yeah. I mean, I guess in the comedy world, you would be considered a radical.
Well, though, to be fair, I do like jokes that tear Howard down.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm the closest thing to a wife you'll ever get. All right, here we go. Trump, fuck this guy. Trump has been seen, like seriously, Trump has been seen receiving aid walking downstairs. I thought he was more agile. I mean, his foot is always in his mouth.
Nice.
Laugh button, laugh button.
Applause, 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 applause.
God,
I have a joke jumping off of that one.
Yeah, fire it off.
I hate to be the one to say this, but this Trump guy is a little rough around the edges.
All right, I love it. I fucking love it. No, it was great. It was simple. It was perfect. Okay, here we go. This is more on this fucking guy.
Sure.
Okay. This is more on his, debilitating health that no one is talking about. Okay.
Perfect.
A video of Trump having trouble lifting a glass of water to his mouth has gone viral. Even Charlie Sheen has less of a drinking problem. Winning!
It's like from Airplane. Like I have a drinking problem.
Yeah, that's what that was from. I pulled that joke from the movie Airplane. The line of dialogue. Oh, I got a Noah burn coming up.
Okay. Should I preface this with a Howard burn, or should I give you a Howard burn then?
Do you? I mean, do you? Maybe I shouldn't have warned you. Look at I got a weird hair thing going on today.
This one's more of a comment.
Okay,
I think that one of these statues being taken down should be replaced with a statue of Howard, because it would be exciting to see how people deface it.
Oh my God. I wonder how too. I imagined it instantly. I don't know how they would do it though. I don't know where would they start? They
probably at the bottom because it's the easiest part to reach.
Oh, that's a literal answer. It's very literal. Practicality is your strong suit. How was your day? Tuesday. That's you.
That's not.
Your
example that you just created off the cuff was what did you say? It was impractical.
Whatever, man.
How's your day? Tuesday.
I'm still gonna stay afloat. Oh, did you hear that? Someone throw down a beat. Okay, here we go.
No.
I make fun of Noah for being a vegan because secretly I'm insecure. That wasn't the whole joke. That wasn't the whole joke, and I don't want to do the podcast. I don't want to do the podcast anymore. I don't want to do it.
What's it? Give me what's the whole joke?
I don't know. I just kind of noticed how much spit is in the corner of my mouth, too. For the video listeners, what? For the future video, if you're watching this, yeah, I see it. I'm aware of it. I have a lot of spit in my mouth. But
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I can't help but notice it. All right, back to my burn on you. Let's see. Let me peep over at it so I can remember it. Okay. I make fun of Noah being a vegan because secretly I'm insecure. I'm insecure about being friends with a vegan. Ooh, okay, yeah, you know what? You guys fuck that one up. Sometimes you guys fuck them up. Sometimes you guys fuck them up. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I did. Are you going to be okay? Is the drywall all right over there?
No, it's barely hanging on. All right, here we go.
It's my turn. You just told the joke.
Too bad. I've hijacked the podcast. No.
I think a statue of Howard would be a lot like Michelangelo's statue of King David. because it had a giant head and a tiny cock.
Oh my God. You know, I'm 10 minutes away. Another dick joke, it's coming out on the podcast. It's coming out. We won't be able to release the video because it'll be too massive. Okay, good one. He got Noah. Oh my God, he got Noah with that one. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is a joke that I wrote on the Instagram, so this is kind of a cop-out, but I'll tell it anyways, because maybe somebody didn't see it. After signing an executive order regarding police reform, Trump took a handful of black Sharpies and started handing them out to police chiefs. I guess now they can start signing all the casts that they've put people in.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
Woof. Excuse me. When I say Black Lives Matter, and someone responds with all lives matter, it's almost heartwarming in a sense because we agree that Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, I guess that's a stretch. I get it. I wouldn't put that one on my tombstone, though.
Howard Hendricks Powell, glad you agree with me.
All right, here we go. Walmart, this is a bit of a heady joke.
Sure.
So I'm going to skip it for now. Okay, hold on. This is
all right, we got to do the dumb jokes now. Smart jokes are for later.
Okay, hold on. This is a physical bit. Oh wait, no, I can't actually do the bit I wanted to do. So I'm gonna try and perform it.
You make up your mind.
You know, Noah, I'm scared that my girlfriend's parents listen to this podcast. It's kind of embarrassing, so I figured I'd leave a message for them. Your daughter dies unless you deliver $100,000 of unmarked bills to longitude -72.772909, latitude 40.847060. You have 24 hours.
I'm so uncomfortable.
That was my bit.
I think Kaylee just said her dad's with her.
Well, he has 24 fucking hours before you roll up in a goddamn bag. Does the 24 hours start now? Somebody asked. Obviously, yeah.
Oh, it's his birthday.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. This is good drama, right? To do it on his birthday.
Right, the most exciting birthday I'll ever have.
There would be nothing better than if a message popped up from her that was like, "We got her. Keep going."
This isn't a joke. This is another little story. I did a Black Lives Matter fundraiser where I sold my artwork. A good chunk of the artwork I make is erotic and uses pornography in it. Howard immediately bought all of the porn I had for sale and then looked through my account and asked specifically to buy other pornographic artwork from me.
If anyone wants a response from me, I hadn't prepared one. I find the pieces to be intriguing and very good.
And
I like
so
them
funny.
all.
The one that is like one of the best ones that you wanted to buy, it's like the vagina with the waterfall coming out. That's like of Yellowstone. That's what that scenery is. And just like Jamie's parents have this photo at Yellowstone where it's the exact same, like, still.
What did they do about the giant woman that was spreading her legs?
It was her day off.
Oh, man. Okay, here we go.
Sure.
Hold on. Do you have your sneezing joke?
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to tell yours first? Or
No, you tell yours first. I know that you're disappointed that I've been telling my jokes about the same topic and you don't want to tell yours. I think that you should start.
All right, fair enough. Sneezing with a face mask on is like using a condom. Necessary because I have syphilis.
Oof. Sneezing with a face mask on is like using a condom. Sure, it catches the goo, but now I'm covered in it.
Oh my God. How did you I just made a joke about syphilis and somehow that was more of a groaner.
It's probably because I called it goo.
Yeah, that's probably. Yeah, that's definitely it. There's nothing funny about the word ejaculate, but goo is like, what?
Well, I also wouldn't call my sneeze an ejaculation.
That's your first mistake. Everybody knows it's 1/8 of an orgasm. All right, here we go. Recently, Trump said he didn't know what the 19 stood for in COVID-19. I guess that's the first teen that Trump couldn't put his finger on.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna-
God.
People argue that anti-Jew bigotry is just anti-Semitism and not racism. It doesn't belong to both groups. To which I say, racism has fewer letters in it. It's just
All right, here we
easier
go.
to say.
Oh, man. Okay. My friend asked me to write a joke about Noam Chomsky, but I don't see anything funny about eating yard decorations. That was a big fucking laugh if I've ever heard one. People are like,
Artists-
do more jokes about Noam Chomsky.
Artists are not okay right now because they have to watch people they went to college with complain on Facebook.
Oh my God.
That's so
That
true.
was a sick burn.
So here, I mean, my thing on that is that, like, I totally sympathize with the post, and luckily, like, I've been able to keep working, though the work that I've been able to do is educational work, and it's not strictly arts work, right? And the post is like, artists are not okay, Broadway's closed, Cirque du Soleil's bankrupt, and that. But it fails to actually mention like the gig workers. And it's like you have artists sort of in one group, and then like performers and the gig workers by like definition in this other group that is being affected. The work that I've lost has been arts related gig work. I've lost that work. But that's I feel like the sentiment that everybody is an artist is like, artists are still creating throughout all of this, you know?
Yes, yeah. I kind of have been hung up on the Cirque du Soleil thing since you said it. Okay, I can't. I am not surprised that Cirque du Soleil has gone under. Okay,
Right.
I can't imagine seeing a poster of Cirque du Soleil and not thinking, "Who's going to that? Who is going to that?"
Dude, it's like incredible.
Yeah, I'm sure it's great. I'm sure watching a whale give birth is also equally incredible.
Right.
I'm not going to be in attendance of either. I'm sorry for the Cirque du Soleil fan base that I am totally isolated.
But yeah, I guess just that like the larger group of people that have lost their jobs related to those venues have actually not been the artists. They're like the touring and gigging technicians and ushers and management and like all that kind of thing. Much more than like the core group of artists that like that is built for it, you know?
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense, and that is pretty crazy if you think about it.
We got another boy.
What do you mean? Somebody is joining?
Yeah.
In the middle of the show?
Yep.
All right. Let him in. Fuck it. Let him in.
It's Tyler. Hey, Tyler.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey.
All righty. Noah was just explaining why he doesn't like Cirque du Soleil.
No, you did that. I said they're incredible.
If this ship is getting canceled because of our remarks on Cirque du Soleil, you're goddamn right we're both going down. No, I only make fun of it because I know I could never do it. I know I can. That beep wasn't me, if anyone was wondering. I swear to God.
Just go.
Okay, here we go.
Just go.
You want me to lay this one on you?
Yeah.
You want it hot or cold?
Hot.
All right, baby. All right, here we go. In order to legitimize mask wearing for the right wing, like conservative people, I have decided to make every day Halloween. The only downside. Boo!
Friends are like flowers. You take care of them, and then they die.
Oh my God. So true. Okay, no.
So true.
Okay, hold on. Okay, should we take I want to add a poll to the Instagram. Who do you think will die first? Who will die first, Noah or Howard? Natural causes, assassinations, whatever. Who's going to hit it first?
Who is gonna hit it first?
I don't know. I don't know. And you want to know what sucks is, oh my God, yes! Oh, no, I mean, no. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. No, that's fine. Yes. I was really worried for a second.
Sure. Is it your joke? It's your joke? No, it's my joke.
Oh yeah, go
The
tell.
tables are turned.
Can people tell that it's so obvious that I showered right before this because I'm still wet?
I can't tell. I cannot tell.
Well, Noah not being able to tell if somebody's
He
wet.
said,
nothing new
yeah.
there. Pow.
Drywall. If you ever hear about a black bear, so let me preface this. You made a similar joke to this, and it was just a total groaner, just not good. And so I wanted to try and take the groaner, and whatever.
If you ever hear black bear, my Winnie the Pooh joke you're referring to?
You'll see. If you ever hear about a black bear attacking a hiker, that hiker is never from New York. You're supposed to alert bears to your presence before they see you. And New Yorkers are never afraid to yell, "I'm walking in!"
Yeah, that was good. That was good. You did. Well, that's why we're writing partners. We elevate each other.
Every time. And like, don't get me wrong, I know I roast you for your jokes all the time, but like the jokes that we have that are successful are so like different in style. But whenever we tackle a subject matter and you think that I like completed the joke, you always say like, that's why we're writing partners. Like what? We're writing partners so that you can do a show with me where I tell a joke better than you?
All right, and this is why my fists went up in the air at the thought of you dropping dead. Bang. Okay, here we go.
Bang.
This is why we're writing partners, though. The banter never stops. And silence. Finally, America has adopted the acronym BIPOC. It's the new, more inclusive term for Black, Indigenous, people of color. It's a lot better than what we're used to being called. Go back to where you came from!
Man.
It's a much better term.
Right. I wouldn't be caught dead wearing any red hat with white lettering, which kind of sucks. I mean, like, there are a bunch of non-offensive hats that you don't get to wear anymore. On the bright side, red hats look fucking stupid. Never seen a red baseball hat like match something.
Yeah, no. Any time I can't remember seeing a red baseball cap and not thinking, oh, is that one of that's anytime I see a baseball cap that's red, all I'm thinking is are we really doing this? That's what I think. Are we? Is this
You just go, you're like,
is that a race?
Excuse me.
A racist? Are you a racist? I'm sorry. Hold on. Are you a racist piece of shit? I can't tell. I can't tell. From a distance, it was hard to tell if you were a piece of human dog shit. Okay. Sorry you were born. Sorry to the people who wear those hats that you were born, because God made a mistake. Okay, here we go.
Imagine like, can I just check? Is that, oh, I'm sorry you were born. Walk.
They'd probably be like, I know, there's no reason to drag them through the mud. I mean, what do they do other than lock kids in cages? Okay, here we go. Cops!
Our show, our podcast only gets more and more and more intense each recording.
It's getting more and more political, and honestly, it's not what I want. It's just the environment that is around us. Every day, you and I wake up to a new headline that's like, hey, specifically you and you suck. Like, that's it. Hey, specifically for you two, things are difficult. I don't know. It's annoying. Okay, here we go. Let's see. This one is a good one, maybe.
Okay.
You be the judge. Cop
Just got
the cop is
debarred.
to be fired after a video appears of him punching a woman in the face. That headline again, bobbing for apples, not as safe as we once thought. Okay, I thought you were okay. No, there's a little delay on the laugh. That's fine.
Mike-
I'll chalk it up to the internet.
Mike got him. Mike Henry, the voice of Cleveland Brown in the animated TV series Family Guy, stepped down from the role as one of many white actors who were voicing black animated characters stepping down from their roles. And there you have it. We fixed racism.
Oh my God. I know. There's this beautiful Malcolm X quote, which I don't know off the top of my head, but the gist of it, I have a great comprehension of. And it's that it's like these small bullshit victories over stuff that's like, we'll stop having white people do black cartoon voices, but we'll let those cops be murderers. It's fine.
Right. But also it's like the part that's particularly troubling is that you have all of these individuals making their choice, like the individual voice actor being like, I personally don't feel right about this. I'm making the personal decision to step out of this position. And then you have the opposition being like, what's gonna be canceled next? And it's like, no, that wasn't called for. That's not what the protests were for. So don't muddy those two things. You had these individuals who realized that they were taking an opportunity from a person of color. They didn't have to step out of the role theoretically. And honestly, if they didn't, people probably wouldn't bat an eye right now because it's not the issue at hand. They personally made that decision, and then it just mucks everything up online.
I will say this. I heard about all these protests, and I was not getting out there until I realized that the voice of Cleveland Brown was a white guy. I was like, change must come now. Gotta do something. Too much. I was like, God damn it, the friendly neighbor. How did you betrayed me?
Like you just run out there and everybody has silence is violence, Black Lives Matter signs, and yours just says Cleveland white.
And a big extra. Oh man, that's so funny. Yeah, that's why I do what I do. That is why I do what I do. Okay, here we go.
The real-ish.
I recently purchased a mask exemption card off of the internet, but something must be wrong with it because all it says is, I'm a stinky asshole.
So, Animal Crossing features a collection of real art from around the world, but it gives them different names, sort of like vague descriptive names. So that Mona Lisa, for instance, is in the game, and it's just called Famous Painting. And there's the Great Wave off Kanagawa, which is that Japanese woodblock print of the wave. It's called the Dynamic Painting. An Animal Crossing painting of Howard would probably be Ugly Painting.
Aww.
Thank you. See you later.
He did a good job with that one. I'm just gonna, I don't even have any Noah roasts left. So I'm probably, if you guys want to know what happens after the podcast, there's a lot of crying from me.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I got a backbone like a silverback gorilla. Okay, here we go. Silverback gorillas. No, I'm kidding. Oh, man. Okay. People really believe that Jesus Christ was white. And I gotta say, I get their reasoning because there is not a single Catholic hymn that slaps. And we'll check that one off the list and you can tell your joke.
Going back to Animal Crossing art, each art piece has a real version and a fake version with some change made to it. And you have to decipher which version, if it's a real piece or a counterfeit piece that has some alteration that was done to it. The fake version of Howard's painting would have a big dick.
Okay. Okay.
I've just subjected myself to 2 roasts. Howard's ugly. Howard has a little dick.
Yeah, it's like Howard has a big nose and a little dick. Howard has a big nose and a little dick. And I don't know. I think my dick is pretty big.
What's that?
Okay, here we go. That's funny if somebody can't see that. I think that's even funnier if somebody couldn't see that. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, Howard, for those of you listening to the pod only, Howard just started licking the camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
And then I took my dick out. Okay, here we go. Studies are calling what we are experiencing as a collective mass trauma, like no other the world has ever experienced. I guess they missed the season finale of Game of Thrones. Okay, I never watched the show either, so.
Oh, I did. I mean, it was pretty disappointing there for the last 3 years of it.
Didn't you watch it really quick? You
Yep,
watched it.
I know. I said 3 years, but I only watched it over the course.
Oh, that wasn't a gotcha moment.
No. Being Jewish in America is a lot like a vacuum. It sucks.
That was great. Okay, here we go. These are two more. I have two in a row more part of the problems because I was getting towards the end of writing these jokes and I was like, what is a cop out? Oh, you're part of the problem built in, safety net you have. Okay, here we go. If you can say the alphabet backwards, you are part of the problem.
ZYXWVUTSRQPO.
If you tried to do it yourself after I said that, you are part of the problem.
I'm going to need you to say that one again because I just did the alphabet backwards.
I said, if you tried to say the alphabet backwards after I said that, you are part of the problem.
Okay, well, I succeeded at doing it while you said that, so I'm good.
You're still...
Do you forget the bike thing?
Those were two jokes. So check them off.
I just saw a definition of veganism as not eating any living creature that feels pain, which is great news because now I can eat my dad.
Oh.
Snap!
I
This
actually,
Oh.
I have a strong relationship with my father.
would be the
It was
part
scary
of...
like 6 years ago, but we're good.
Yeah, that's awesome. This would be the part of the podcast where if we had any ability to render animations, which I don't think I do,
You don't?
it would say daddy issues. That's what would pop up. Daddy issues. Okay, here we go. Florida is the new hotspot for the coronavirus, despite their efforts to get low. Get it, Florida?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. That joke is funny because there were no efforts to get low.
Yeah, it's almost the opposite.
I don't know what's up with all these electric vibrators and like dick-sucking vacuum devices. I really prefer good old acoustic sex.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Joke about acoustic versus electric.
Uh-huh.
We got it. We got it.
Did
We
you
got
get it,
it.
Howard?
I got it.
Did you?
But if I didn't get it.
But if I didn't get it, could you tell me what you meant?
Yeah. Okay, here we go. I am home for the next few weeks, like home, like childhood home. I'm home for the next few weeks helping my parents with some home repairs. They need to declutter and bring more peace into their home. So I've been insisting that my sister sleep out on the deck. Got you! You stupid fuck!
How many jokes do you have left? How many jokes do you have left?
One more.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna just tell one more and we'll round it out because I have a joke. I still have another like story joke. I just won't tell it. I have a joke that I'll end off on.
Cool.
I tried to write a joke about the Jewish tradition of circumcising sons, but I decided to cut it.
Oh, bravo. Do you think you'll circumcise your son?
Actually, that was the joke that I was trying to write, was about circumcising my son. The joke that I tried to write was like, yes, I think I would circumcise my son because I'm so grateful that like I have my foreskin, like that, like a prop kind of joke, but I just couldn't word it right. I just couldn't word it.
But you will, right? Will you?
Yeah, well, so the thing is that you circumcise them when they're 6 days old, because I'll definitely be introducing my children to like the tenets of Judaism. I'm not going to be like religion, but the reality of the situation is that if they happen to really grow into the culture and want to continue to celebrate the culture, and they want to like really practice Judaism down the line, they have to be circumcised. Like if you convert, so to speak, like if I showed them Jewish culture, but they weren't circumcised, then they aren't Jewish. They aren't considered Jewish. And so they can't have a bar mitzvah and they can't have like other stuff.
This has been a really informative podcast.
Right. And so my first thought, as much as it's like not necessary anymore, like a lot of those biblical laws came about because they were like hygiene practices. Like circumcision isn't needed anymore as a hygiene practice. There's no need for me to circumcise my son. However, if there's the possibility that they'd want to be Jewish later on, then they'd have to get circumcised as an adult.
What is the name of the person who performs the bris?
The moil.
The moil. Because I almost said, I was like, yeah, you definitely shouldn't be doing it regardless.
I'm not going to do it. I
was like, a doctor should do it. And I was like, no, the moil should do it. But
that's what you thought. No, the moil should do it. What's the name for that?
Oh, man. Okay, here we go. Being back in my childhood bedroom as an adult is strange because I have syphilis.
But in that sense, it's really not that different.
That was it.
And there's a musical number about how you got syphilis.
Yeah. I was 14 and I made some mistakes.
Woof.
I don't have syphilis.
So we're going to cut the show now.
Yeah, cut the show.
Anyway.
Yeah, thank you for listening, and let's arrest these fucking cops, bro. Let's get some shit done.
Oh my God, can somebody like write a petition for the potato thing? I'm tired of it.
That and Breonna Taylor. We'll get that done, and that'll be the joke, but the serious thing is her. Okay?
Yeah, sorry.
Baby.
I didn't mean to muddy your very serious, very genuine political message.
I was clearing it up for your behalf because if they were going to take one of us down on this issue, they're coming for you.
Yeah, somebody, like they're in their little police office. What is it? A station? They're at their desk and they're listening to Spank and they're like, well, the Jew didn't care. So
yeah, I would love the prospect of a bunch of cops listening to Spank. I don't get how
he makes a good point.
They probably, this is what they'd say. Oh, maybe we should start one. That's what anyone who listens to a podcast says.
They'll be like, I remember the meme about the statue on top of the building. I shared that meme.
Yeah, that's what they would say, I think.
It's why when we both do maybe it's just me because I'm closing my eyes, but when we're doing the voice, we're both like leaning back and closing our eyes. Or is it?
That's what
I'm a cop.
Yeah, that's what I think cops are like too.
Oh my God! And then I open my eyes.
Excessive use of force. Excessive use of force. This 5-year-old child won't stop resisting.
That's, Jesus Christ.
That's my impression of a cop. I'm sure there are some good cops out there. That is...
Thanks for coming to Spank.
No! Don't end it there! Don't end it there! Oh, no. Okay, great. Yeah, I feel like that's the show.
All right. Thanks, everybody. That's the show. Gotta stop recording, and then we're going to remove you.
One by one. Thanks, guys, so much for coming. This was a fun show.
We already ended it. Howard, we don't need to do an outro like this.
No. I just want to thank them. This is my artwork, and this is my tassel from when I graduated high school. This is what I see when I look at Noah, and this is... No, I'm kidding. That's
Where's
actually...
Noah's porn?
Noah's porn is in my apartment in New York.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
Also, it's Howard's porn now.